If you own a home in the Golden Gate Estates or you're thinking about making the Golden Gate Estates your next home, this is an important video for you to watch. This channel focuses on everything to do with living in Southwest Florida. If you're thinking about buying or selling, or you just have real estate questions, call or text me at 239-450-5786 or click the link below to schedule a free, no obligation Zoom information call with me. Well, we have had quite the summer here in Naples and Golden Gate Estates. It's been a very quiet tropical season. It's been great. We haven't had the crazy amount of rain that we had last summer, but here we are in the middle of October, and as I'm filming this video, it's raining outside. So it's a perfect time for me to do the October 2025 Golden Gate Estates market update. But one of the things that I just wanted to mention, I'm so excited because I can actually stop saying that we have owned here for 10 years. We are now in this home in the Golden Gate Estates for over 11 years now. And we love it here. We love the estates. We love the ability to grow tropical fruits and animals if we want to, and room for the dogs and kids to play. Just it is great, and we love not having the HOA. So I take pride in my helping both buyers and sellers here in the Golden Gate Estates, not just because it's what I do as a realtor, but because this is my community. This is my home. I love the Golden Gate Estates, so I take extra special attention to the Golden Gate Estates. So let's begin the October 2025 Golden Gate Estates market update. As a quick reminder, as I do every single month, the information I'm presenting to you is taken directly out of the Southwest Florida MLS system. If I filter a number, I let you know on the screen and or by telling you that I've filtered the number. This way I can give you the best raw data and give you my opinion so that you can make your personal decisions on what's best for you and your family. So let's begin the October 2025 market update for the Golden Gate Estates, looking at September 2025 with pricing. The median price for September was $562,450, which was basically flat year over year. But when you look month to month, it is a significant drop from last month. Now, again, we did talk about how the median price was climbing from basically May, June, July, and then August was the peak, and that was super encouraging. But again, we have such a variable market here in the Golden Gate Estates with home pricing just kind of all over the place, and this is a great example of it. So I dug into it. When we look at August, the lowest closing was $250,000. That was a total fixer-upper, as is this $350,000 home. But the median price was $631,000. The highest closing was $2.1 million. But here's where it's significant. 18 of the 58 closings were over $750,000. Fast forward to September last month, lowest closing $350,000. Again, our median price. The highest closing though was higher at $2,250,000. But here's the significant number. 12 of them, 12 of the 60 were over $750,000. Remember, median's the middlemost sale. So this also then impacts the average pricing. Again, $673,025. Now that is up year over year and over 2023 as well, which is a great sign. But it is down from August as well. So again, when you have a market like we do here in Golden Gate Estates and really Naples in total, you have pricing of homes, here in the Golden Gate Estates, 350, 400,000, or that's low. I mean, mid fours, all the way up to multi-million-dollar homes. You're going to see this up and down based on the activity of the specific months. So bottom line is we're still a very stable priced market. Yes, we're we're not at the pricing that maybe we were in 2022, during the pandemic response and low interest rates and crazy buying habits. But we are in a very stable pricing structure. And to me, that's encouraging. As a homeowner here in the Golden Gate Estates, my home's value has held from where it rose to during the boom. New listings 71 in September, down year over year and from 2023. But again, a good strong number. We don't want that number to be hundreds of homes every single month in the Golden Gate Estates, because that's just going to the inventory will just grow beyond the demand, and it will just push it even to a stronger buyer's market. Total homes for sale, we had 379 homes, down 3% year over year, up from 2023. No surprise there. Now, what I wanted to do is take a look at how much of that inventory, how much of those 379 homes are new construction. 1/3 of the homes on the market are new construction. So 125 of the 379 homes are new construction. That is a very strong number. Months of supply, we have 6.4 months of inventory. So that means if no more new homes hit the market, we'll sell out in 6.4 months. Again, that is technically a buyer's market, but it's certainly not the type of buyer's market that we see in some areas, other areas of Collier County and Lee County, in Hull. And when we think about where we were from Collier County perspective, in March of this year, we were at like 11 months of inventory, and that is kind of right around where this peak was here. But we've never reached those type of crazy numbers, record numbers here in the Golden Gate States, which again, for homeowners, that's a great sign, especially if you're thinking about selling your home, or investor selling your new build that you're building. There's not as much competition as there is in other areas. Total new contracts are pending, 67 new contracts. So that's buyers submitting an offer, sellers coming to terms and agreeing on the price and all the conditions. 67 is a good, strong number, 52% above 2024. Of course, remember, 2024 and most of 2025 have been some of the worst real estate markets nationwide, let alone here in Southwest Florida. So it's anything but uphill from where we were this time last year in 2024. Total closings 60, basically flat year over year, up from 2023. So again, homes are moving, and that's a good sign. How many of those closings were new construction? 27%. So it's interesting. Numbers holding pretty close to that 1/3 number of the homes that sold were new construction. I can tell you that a large percentage of my buyers that call me about the Golden Gate Estates and Southwest Florida in general are looking for newer construction, and they prefer new construction because of things like impact glass, new building standards, and just the fear over hurricanes. And all they've heard from the media and social media is buy new construction, insurance rates will be lower, and that is true. But again, homes that are 5 or 6 years old are built really under the same building codes as the brand new construction are. So people are buying homes that are new construction. As you can see, 27% runs true to the total inventory, and that's a good, strong number. Days on the market, 38 is the median number. That's down 28% year over year. Great sign. I've been talking about the pent-up demand. Interest rates have been starting to tick down. There's a lot more enthusiasm in the economy. Buyers are starting to get active again. My phone's been ringing. September was a great month. It was very busy for me. And 38 days, that's a great sign. Let's look again at new construction. New construction actually was down to 31 days on market median, where resales were at 46 days on market. So again, there's a tendency more toward the new construction. It's not surprising, and shouldn't be concerning for homeowners. 46 days median is not a bad number. When we look at the average number for Golden Gate Estates, 74 is not a horrible number, especially in the market that we're in. When you look at new construction, it's actually higher, 84 days on market. What that tells you is that new construction generally hits the market when it's not done, so your days on market generally run longer. And you also have the spec builds that are in the higher price points. Remember a couple months ago we looked at the price points and days on market and just inventory levels, and the higher the price point, definitely the slower, the less buyers there are. So you are going to see the days on market higher. And are there a ton of $450,000, $500,000 new constructions on the market? No, there's not. They're definitely lean toward the higher price points. Again, resales average is 71, so that's below the actual median average. So that's a great number. Again, anything under 90 days is kind of typical this time of the year, especially, and in the current market that we're in. So again, when we look at that, we see that homes are selling in a reasonable amount of time. So if you're thinking about selling your home, it's not a horrible time to do it, especially here in the Golden Gate Estates, because bottom line is Golden Gate Estates homes are selling every single day. I say this month after month. Sometimes we real estate agents, we sound like a broken record when we say that homes are being bought and sold every single day. But the reality is, it's the truth. We sold 60 homes in September here in the Golden Gate Estates. That's 2 a day. So, it's certainly not 21, 22 pace, but we are at a good solid pace, and the numbers are strong. So if you are thinking about selling your home, how you prepare your home and how you approach the market and how we handle the market is critical. That's where my Sell It Stress Free system comes into play, and I truly believe that it's geared to help the seller find the buyer at the best possible price in the best possible amount of time. So scan the QR code there on the screen, or visit sellitstressfree.com, or call or text me, and let's have a conversation about whether now is the right time for you to sell, or if preparing your home over the next 3 to 4 to 5 months is the right play, so that you can maximize and potentially get top dollar for your home. And of course, if you are thinking about buying a home here in the Golden Gate Estates or anywhere else in Southwest Florida, I am your go-to agent. It would be my honor and privilege to help you work through the process to finding your family's next home here in Southwest Florida, and of course the Golden Gate Estate. So call or text me today at 239-450-5786. And don't forget, if you found this video helpful, like the video, subscribe to my channel, and hit the bell to be notified about my future videos about Southwest Florida. Thank you, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.